There's no sound. This is ridiculous. All right, what do we have here? We gotta figure out. I gotta go to settings, I believe. Can you guys hear us? Can you hear us? I'm gonna text them and tell them. Of course. Hello. How are we doing? I'm gonna pull up the stream on my phone so we can see. That's probably a good idea. We'll get the lag.
No sound.
This is, of course, right. Hello? Can you guys hear us? They can hear us. Cool, we got sound.
Hi, guys.
Awesome.
Woo.
Guys,
I was just talking some shit about Berlin Station.
We just talked about a bunch of incredible things that no one will ever be able to hear. All right, cool. Awesome, guys. So we are so excited. We're on our way. For those of you that are just joining us right now, because look how many more people we have in the room.
Wow.
551 people. We are sitting with Richard, and Richard Armitage is taking us. We get to join him on his ride to the red carpet.
Right.
I said it right. I prepared, man. I'm ready for this. I'm excited. This is my first red carpet experience. So you have to give me the reins and
three things.
Three things to be ready.
Don't trip over.
Okay, that's very important.
Don't swear.
Don't swear.
I've already destroyed that one. And don't talk politics.
Don't talk politics.
If I start talking politics, put your hand over my mouth and tackle me to the ground.
I'll make sure to, and that will be my first red carpet experience.
Yeah.
Is tackling you to the ground, and that will be
right?
that would be a viral video if I've ever seen one.
Seriously.
That's true. Guys, so what we're doing right now, for those of you that are just tuning in, we have to recheck because people keep coming in. We are heading on our way to the premiere for Berlin Station.
Yes, indeed.
And we are sitting with its leading man right here. I want to ask you a couple questions about your character. Yep. Daniel Miller, he's a spy. He's been relocated to Berlin from the CIA. Is that, you want to tell us a little bit more about?
Yeah, he grew up in West Germany, so he spent a little bit of his childhood there. His mother died during that time, and he's been working for the CIA as an analyst, and he gets sent back into Berlin to track down a character called Thomas Shaw, who was loosely based on Edward Snowden. So much of the research has been about Snowden and cyber hacking and Glenn Greenwald. It's been brilliant. It's been so interesting, and the story is it's beautiful and complex and complicated, and all these story threads weave together until we find who Thomas Shaw is.
Ooh, awesome! So we're talking espionage, thriller, a lot of moving parts. It sounds like there's a lot of,
and it's obviously filmed in Berlin, which is sort of the heart of traditional espionage, right from the end of the Second World War. But it's in a very modern context. It's kind of post-cyber, I think.
Ooh, that's a cool term.
Yeah.
Post-cyber.
We can no longer rely on technology, so we have to rely on face-to-face interaction.
Of course,
and
we've learned.
A bit steamy.
We've learned our lesson about relying on technology tonight when we've been trying to go live.
Hacking your phone, man.
Of course, guys. So if you guys have any questions for Richard, please get him in. Desi Lopez says his voice. Ooh. They're fans of the voice. Yeah, they're fans of the voice.
I've actually been on stage for the past week. I'm doing a play on Broadway called Love, 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 and it takes its toll on my voice because we have to do fake smoking as well. Which,
and what do you smoke when you do the fake smoking?
Well, we smoke herbal cigarettes, and then there's one herbal cigarette that smells like weed. Because there's a point where we smoke a joint in the play, so the audience thinks it's marijuana.
They give the smelling effect. Yeah. Awesome. So I mean, are you from your personal experience? Is this the first opportunity you've had to play sort of a spy, or I mean, is this?
No, I've worked in this genre before. I did a show in the UK called Spooks. I think it was called MI5 here, and I did Strike Back. So I am familiar with the territory. It's the first time I've ever played an American, a CIA agent.
Yeah,
a patriot.
Is that interesting for you? I was going to ask you. How it is to play an American.
And I really approached it from the point of view as if I was interviewing for a job at the CIA. You know, I did an awful lot of research, which other people would do research into the jobs that they're applying for. Don't get me onto politics. Anyway, so that's been fascinating to kind of look at it from that perspective. And of course, the CIA station based in Europe it's a very effective institution, but the institution itself is flawed. So that's what the story explores: is how does a patriot deal with the institution that he works for being flawed.
Oh yeah, which deals a lot with just moral self morals and kind of finding that and stuff like that. Was there, I mean, obviously the biggest spy franchise is, you know, your guys. I'm talking about 007.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is there any, you know, anything you drew kind of from the 007 movies? Or I know a lot of them were kind of, we've caught up to the times, for example, so a lot of spy gear isn't like the exploding toothpaste anymore. It isn't like it's like an iPhone and you know,
well, it was
stuff
weird.
like
It's
that.
interesting as well, because I really expected when I was coming on into the show and exploring this story that we would be dealing with a lot of technology and gadgetry. But actually, I think, and it's something which has happened very recently, that these people can no longer rely on technology, you know, as we've just said, and so it really is about interaction face to face. And I got asked in an interview recently whether spies are good actors and whether actors would make good spies, and
Ooh.
it really made me, you know, analyze the fact that these guys have to be extraordinary actors, because it's
Absolutely.
life and death.
Oh yeah. It's the biggest performance you'll ever give, right?
Yeah, and
You
you
know?
have to. It's not just that you have to be good in the role. You have to convince somebody that